All right, it's happening. We're going live. Hi, hello. Welcome. Welcome back to the Library of Ruina read-along stream. I'm getting my notes up. Where are they? Story time. Thank you for coming. Here are some notes about the stream for those of you who are hanging out. Hi, people in the audience. This is not a blind playthrough, it's not a speed run, it's not a challenge run, and it's not a walkthrough. This stream is supposed to be a story mode focused on us voice acting the various characters. None of us are professional voice actors, so we're going to have fun with it. We're going to make mistakes. It's going to be a good time. For convenience and for your ease of viewing, we will be using the NoGrind mod to grant infinite copies of any books that we obtain legitimately in the game. No other mods are in use. If you have not played Library of Ruina but want to play it, I do not suggest using this mod, as repeating battles is part of the intended gameplay experience. Now, the two main hosts, Skern and I, have completed Ruina several times. But not everyone here has, not all of our lovely voice actors, nor everyone in chat. So to that end, please avoid spoilers in chat. Now, you can make a couple jokes or references without giving it away, and we'll have a chuckle about it, but don't go too far because we'll know that you did. Yes. As a note, this game does include several trigger warnings, such as self-harm, suicide, mental distress, violence against children, toxic relationships, religious trauma, and basically every single kind of horror genre you can imagine. If any of these are triggers for you, we certainly would not want you to be triggered by this stream, so it is totally fine to skip this one. I promise none of us will be upset. Your well-being and mental health are important.
Pretty good about that.
I realized on accident that I still had Discord muted on the stream. Do you want to repeat that, Skirt?
Oh, my apologies. When we get to scenes where we're going to have to do some of those, because two of us have played this game before, we will usually remind you of this is the trigger warning now. So if you know it's coming and want to bow out during that, we're never going to judge. It's fine.
There are several other people here with me who are going to help us voice act, and so I'm just going to go down the list and ask you to introduce yourselves. Give us your name and your preferred pronouns. First of all, Skern.
Oh, hi. I've been talking already, but I suppose I do need a proper introduction. Hello, I'm the co-host. I'm the one who also has played this game. I'm Skern. My pronouns are he or she. I'm gender fluid. I don't really care which. I'm mostly going to be Angela. I'm going to be an angry robot this time.
We've got Mega.
I'm Mega, she, her. I played a little bit of this game and didn't get that far, but I got pretty close to beating Lobotomy Corp, so I know the vibes.
We've got Chapstick.
Hello, I'm Chapstick. He, him pronouns. I played a fair bit of this game. I actually got quite far, but then I made the mistake of putting it down for an extended period of time, and it was very hard to pick back up.
It do be like that. And I am Puma. My pronouns are he, him. I am the one playing the game, and I will be voicing Roland, among other characters. Thank you so much for coming. I see that there's people in chat. Hello, Juka. Hello, Puck. I guess we're going to get started. We have 3 Saphira side stories to do. Yesod, Hode, and Netzach. I know we were talking about someone being Netzach earlier, but there are 3 of us here, if each of you wanted to be one.
I
I'll be
believe
whoever.
I'm still Hode, so I'm still down to be Hode.
I'm happy to be whoever.
All right,
Yeah, same.
Chapstick bees Netchalk because I've already done Yesod, so,
There
I'll
we
be
go.
consistent.
All right, which one of you are we doing first?
I mean, you have to fight a boss either way.
Yeah.
I
Why
guess
not
which-
Yesod?
Flip a coin.
No, just go in order.
We'll just do Yesod. Okay, it's Yesod
bottoms
time.
up.
Yeah.
We're gonna beat up the singing machine. This is gonna take me all of 30 seconds, so...
Oh, it's the singing machine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, all the
Ooh.
abnormalities in Ruina are from, well, most, there's like 2 that aren't from lobotomy.
I was about to say, like, most of them.
You'll know when they're not from lobotomy.
Yes. I think I already know one of them.
I do have to ask for script reasons. Is it episode 3 or 4?
I think it's gonna be 3.
I think it's 4. You can check. It's fine. I have time to look this up. You're still gonna be 30 seconds.
The snap is so clean.
Definitely 4, because 3 was the big talk.
I'm trying to remember if the singing machine was annoying in Lobotomy Corp.
It is if things get bad.
I
Do you want me to explain what I did on Lobotomy Corp?
Yeah.
If someone actually ended up using it, it would make a sound that would make other agents suddenly want to grab someone and throw them in, which is
Yes. Yes, I do remember that.
So it's completely fine if everything's under control. And it becomes a nightmare the moment things aren't.
Okay.
It's very much the, I guess I have to kill someone to prevent this from happening.
Mm.
But here, honestly, I think Singing Machine is one of the easier abnormalities.
In Ruina? Or...
In Ruina, yeah.
Okay.
Juka asks if the singing machine is Simone from Nier Automata. Maybe.
I mean, that's a good joke, but no. It's more like a series of buzzsaws that people think sounds pretty. So put someone in, it's pretty.
The video, one of my favorite Lobotomy Corp videos, is this video where it's... I don't remember the name of this guy, but he has a lot of, like, memorable quotes, and for the singing machine, I think his was just the noise.
Also, unlike Nier Automata, no, the Singing Machine doesn't have a tragic backstory.
And now it is defeated. Welcome to Yesod 4. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Heyo! Got your books? I'll just leave them here and go before Mr. Viper bites my ass.
Who told you that?
Told me what? What are we gonna argue about this time?
You referred to me as a viper just a moment ago.
Well, I called you that because you like to spit venom at others with that sharp look. You know, there was one guy I used to know who was kind of like you. He was nicknamed the Viper.
That's funny. I was also nicknamed such a long time ago.
See, people all think in similar ways. You're a bit milder than that guy, though.
Is that supposed to be a compliment or an insult?
More of a compliment. In any case, you're upright at heart.
There was a time when I would pressure myself and others with a paranoid obsession in order.
Back in Lobotomy Corp?
Correct. Back then, even a small mistake could lead to substantial casualties.
Doesn't hurt to be strict when caution is needed.
I wanted to remain level-headed at all times. I tried to conceal my emotions, even when I felt anger or sadness. So, I treated others in a frigid manner under the pretext of rules and discipline.
Is that why you're being so cold to me as well?
No, it is the opposite, in fact. I am upset at your compliance with with Angela, precisely because I cannot stand to tolerate what we're doing with a cool head. In my first life as a person named Gabriel, I wanted to make the world a better place. I wanted technological advancement. Excuse me. I wished for technological advancement would bring comfort to people. But look at what we've gotten into. The Monterey Corporation, we turned people into abnormalities and sacrificed even more people to the abnormalities, all to generate energy as part of our singularity. And what we are doing now isn't any less ruthless. For the sake of retrieving the light, we are killing people yet again and turning them into books, inflicting pain on others in favor of information. It's as if comfort can only be achieved through the agony of others in the city.
Like I said, Yasod, you're upright at heart. Though I don't really get why anyone would bother to care so much for others. I think the opposite, actually. Someone else must have benefited from all the trouble I went through, so it's only fair that I get to make use of the convenience others suffered for.
It's very much like you think so. Does that kind of mindset truly ease your mind?
Nothing I can do about it anyway. That's that, and this is this. Still, I don't want to say that your way of thinking is outright wrong or anything. You're right. Way too right. That doesn't vibe too well with me or the city.
You must be thinking I am pathetic like others do.
You know, this difference between our mindsets might be what'll let you do things I couldn't dream of doing. To shake up the whole system, you need perseverance more than anything. Who knows? You might actually create technologies that don't need sacrificing others to run someday, right?
I've already endured for so long, and you're telling me to stay silent yet again.
Just this once, man. Just one more time. Things could turn out differently this time around. And besides, some things did improve over your time in Lobotomy Corp, right?
That is true. I can at least be with my former employees, who have always been loyal to me.
Yeah. What did I tell you? There is one improvement at least. Change up stuff one at a time like that, and you can make a huge difference eventually. Don't force me to do the same though, since I'm totally not up for it.
You're quite a foolhardy individual, aren't you? But you do have a point, Roland. Some things have gotten better, as you said. I will try and persevere as long as there are improvements to be made.
Can I leave you with my share of persevering too?
I suppose I'll have to consider that.
See? You're just too nice. Angela would have instantly shut me down with a bullshit.
It turns out that conversing with you wasn't at all too unpleasant after all.
Yep, I have my charm, you see. And let's drop the courtesy while we're at it.
I I am more comfortable speaking this way.
Figured. Cheers then.
It was nice talking to you.
I need another Yesod character.
Do we have any on the list?
No, we're out.
Do we have any smart scientist people?
Do we have any people who have suffered for others' convenience as well?
Oh.
Amelia, but she's elsewhere.
Formelia's busy.
Hmm.
We can come back to this one. Let's just think about it.
I will put it on my back burner as you go to host.
A lot of the people who have, like, an ancillary connection to Yesod are elsewhere. Like, Ziena could go there, but Ziena belongs on Hode. Varia, you're Sayo.
That makes
Ooh,
sense.
Spider Bud.
I do have a character. It's Robin.
Oh.
I think I told you about Robin.
Yes.
Honestly, Spider Bud became one of my favorite admiralities in Lobotomy Corp because of how fucking easy it is.
The challenge with this one is you want to kill the spiders roughly around the same time.
Well, just because I'm like, my brain goes to Lobotomy Corp because that's the mostly what I am familiar with. Spider Bud being at Hode is pretty, like, it would make sense. When I remember playing Lobotomy Corp, I got Spider Bud pretty quickly. Is that how, like, does it work like that in Ruina, where it figures into that too, of like certain admirals you get on earlier floors than others?
It's a set path in Ruina. You're not really going to deal with any randomness. It's just a set story path.
Okay.
There is a reason to their ordering, but we'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Today, in fact.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Oh, don't worry. I want to talk all about the ordering, but I can't yet. For reasons.
Okay.
Mysteries will be revealed, Mega.
I just say that because I was like, yeah, actually, no, I remember getting Spider Bud a ton when I had on Hode's floor. Like, that made sense to me.
Maybe he's just your spider buddy.
Yeah, maybe.
Buds for life.
That good bud.
I don't want that bud, not spider bud.
All right, Mega, we are up with Hode 4.
Episode 4?
Episode 4.
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
I like how quiet and peaceful this floor can be. And the librarians here seem calm and collected, just like you are, Hode.
Oh, hey, Roland. They may seem meek and quiet, but when they work hard. I rely on them a lot.
And I'm relying on my librarians quite a bit too. What are you guys doing anyway, all gathered up here? It doesn't seem like you're sorting books.
We were having a meetup of our book discussion club. We picked a book that catch our attention, read it, and then talk about it.
Not exactly the kind of meetups that librarians on my floor would like to have. I'm guessing your librarians are all gladly joining in with you then?
Yeah, they are. They're helping me out with more passionately than I expected.
I was thinking at least some of them would protest out of laziness. Imagine if you asked Netzach to join. He'd have run away before the meetup could even start.
You've got that right. He totally would. Still, I can't tell things have changed from the past. I can't tell if things have changed from the past. I used to have a similar meetup back in Lobotomy Corp, you see.
Really? I suppose those weren't the peaceful book club meetings you have now.
You're right. I ran a counseling program with my employees. They were always living in fear of the abnormalities if they were lucky enough to survive. I wanted to be of help somehow. But back then, I imposed myself and my ideas on them too hard. If the employees seemed ever so slightly uncomfortable with counseling, I'd beat myself up over it and let the wounds fester inside me. I was upset that no one understood my goodwill.
Sorry to say this, but past you sounds like a tiring one to deal with.
I know, right? I think so too. All the things I did to help others weren't really out of goodwill or anything. I was just seeking consolation for myself. I wanted forgiveness for my misdeeds I committed in my first life. By being helpful to others somehow.
So, did you get to be a helpful person?
No. There's no way I'd actually be of any help with that kind of mindset. I even tried... I'm sorry, what is it?
Enkephalin.
Enkephalin. I even
Don't
tried
worry, it's a
enkephalin.
really made-up word. It's not
Okay.
actually made up.
Enkephalin, huh? The pressure must have been serious if you started doing drugs.
Despite everything I tried, I couldn't find salvation anywhere. Nothing I did could liberate me from the fact that I was a bad person and a sinner.
And then you almost had the chance to take that weight off your mind. But Angela foiled that in the end.
Yeah, that's how it went. Even when Angela was standing in her way, I was only thinking about myself. Selfish, wasn't it? Or wasn't I? This was my one and only chance to finally repent once and all for all, but it all came to naught. It's silly, I know. I was still too stupid to realize it then. That you can't just become a good person through a good deed or two. What really matters is the mindset that prompts you to do such deeds.
And how'd you run into that realization?
Well, I learned it after talking to my librarians face to face and holding lots of meetups like this, ironically enough. I carefully suggested having these book club meetings too. Like you said, a few librarians didn't like the idea at first. But when I explained why I wanted to hold this meetups, and how I felt, they warmed up to it and helped me out with enthusiasm. It wasn't about the method or action itself. I realized that we should lay our hearts out in the open and let our thoughts confront each other.
All's well that ends well.
For sure. Maybe Angela looked forward to this outcome.
Not sure if our prideful Miss Library Director had the delicacy to set up a plan so considerate.
I think I'm going to confront her for real this time.
For what, exactly?
I'll face Angela and let her know what I think.
That's gonna take some courage.
You're right. Angela still feels a bit distant and scary to me. But I'll try to approach her, nonetheless.
And I'll be rooting for you from the sidelines when that time comes.
You might end up losing your limbs again if things don't go well. Are you gonna be okay with that?
From a distance, of course.
You're a coward just like me, aren't you, Roland?
Well, hey, birds of a feather flock together. Let's both be brave, together, as cowards.
Yeah. Thanks for the encouragement, Roland.
I do actually have someone who goes on Hode's floor. I'll do that when we're on break. It's 6. 6 goes on Hode's floor.
Yeah, sure does.
I love that.
A lot of the words that Hode was saying in that scene are things that I could imagine her saying. Like, some of them especially to Navali. Like, I was trying to impose too much of myself on you because I wanted to be seen as useful. Why can't anybody understand my goodwill? Alright, we've got Porcubus.
Oh my goodness. I
Hey,
know that one too.
Porcubus. So happy.
Okay, like, I know this thing is crazy. But I've always thought it was cute.
That's the point. It's supposed
I
to be
know.
cute.
I know. And he's so horrible, but he's adorable.
That's literally the point.
As far as the anomalies go, it could be worse.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a drug trip. It's fine.
A very cute drug trip.
I also
Yeah.
don't think there's any inherent malice to it.
You know what? I think you're right. And that's not true with most abnormalities.
I'm just thinking from the standpoint of like, well, if I'm gonna die to one of these abnormalities, the one that makes you die of feel good is probably a much better death than the one that causes you horrible murder.
I'm literally thinking of all the other abnormalities that I think I would like to die to the least. And yes.
If any abnormality is killing me, I want it to be this one. Like if I have to go, yeah,
Let it be at least.
I'm gonna
my
go
thing.
out blissed out on the floor.
Porcubus is bugged.
Yeah, I noticed.
Its evades are functioning as blocks.
Huh.
Weird.
Are you complaining? Easy win.
Trying to think of the worst abnormality to die to.
I mean, most of them kill you so instantaneously, it's barely registers.
The tree that turns you into...
Yeah. I don't think you're actually dead.
Oh,
Yeah.
the tree's pretty bad.
The tree.
Yeah.
The tree.
Anyway,
I
that's
don't
all.
remember the tree. Netza.
Netzok. Netzok 4.
Yep, I'm ready.
You don't reek of alcohol today. What's up?
Because I didn't drink. I just want to stay sober today.
Oh, what's gotten into you?
You look pretty sad to miss out on a chance to drink.
Whoops. Was that noticeable?
Well, today's a special day. The day I died and perished from this world.
Really? What's the date again? It's hard to keep track of time staying here.
The date doesn't really matter. It's this exact moment I'm commemorating. I learned all about the life and death of Giovanni, my first incarnation.
That's what you meant, huh?
Do you think the followers of the Church of Gears are a bunch of fools, Roland?
You mean how they're so desperate to find meaning in their lives, going so far as to join a cult? Nah, I don't think they're stupid. They're just pitiful.
That's what I think too. I grew up without anyone to call parents.
Same here. I was raised by my grandma. Had a rough childhood.
I was born in a nest and got left in an orphanage without even knowing who my parents were. I'd have died already if I was in the back streets. I was lucky to be born in a nest, and unlucky to have lost my parents so early.
What nest was it?
K-Corpse.
That's one of the more decent ones I've heard.
Yep. My life was pretty smooth. Slightly more unfortunate than others, slightly luckier than others. I never really starved or got bullied by anyone. It was a sheltered life, free from any outside influence. All I did was breathe in that shelter without meaning. I thought it was the natural thing to do. Everyone else had the same expression as mine. In the school or on the streets, all the people in the nest made the same face.
Lost focus, spacing out, and staring into empty spaces?
Mm-hmm. You're spot on. I figured life just comes and goes. I kept living a monotonous life until I met someone with a face I'd never seen before.
Oh, I'm guessing you met your first love?
I suppose. It was Giovanni's first love, to be exact. She was giving a passionate speech in the middle of the streets, even though no one paid attention to her. I barely understood what she was saying, actually. All I could think about was how brilliant and alive a person could be.
Love at first sight, eh?
She went on about how she'll change the world and its people. She was looking for recruits to join her cause. Isn't it funny? Who in the world would want to give up their comfortable life for research like that, really?
Yet you did.
True. Maybe she went out into the streets expecting to run into someone like Giovanni. Her name was Carmen.
Carmen. Huh.
Whenever I saw Carmen brimming with joy and pride for her cause, I felt alive too. I wanted to stay with her forever. Though she probably just saw me as a good friend or colleague and nothing more.
Ah, the heart-rending agony of unrequited love.
It didn't matter to me that much. I was content on living with that. But
Then tragedy befalls the research team, right?
yep, slowly. Progress of our research stagnated, and Carmen gradually lost her liveliness. And then when a kid named Enoch died during an experiment, it's as if something within her snapped. I wanted to cheer her up somehow, but seeing Carmen's lethargic face scared me so much. It's like I was erased from the world. And Carmen entered her own life soon after that.
That sure sounds tragic. Must have shocked you hard.
I could take it somewhat well. I was actually pretty calm about it. I thought, even the person who was more alive than anyone could meet such an early and miserable end. I decided to stay in the laboratory to help out with completing the research Carmen started. Her colleagues were still there, and they didn't lose hope just yet. Then one day, they said we might possibly be able to save Carmen.
A tempting offer, wasn't it?
It was, and
I'm guessing it came at a price.
it was a risky experiment. The subject could slip into a permanent coma if it went wrong. No one was willing to participate, so I volunteered to be the subject. Harmon coming back would have been the ideal outcome, but even if it failed and I ended up sleeping forever, I was okay with that. In a world without Carmen, I lost my light anyway. So I can understand people taking desperate measures to find meaning in their lives, like the Church of Gears we recently saw. I participated in an experiment that could get me killed for a similar reason, and its result was...
A failure, huh?
Yep. Then I was given a second life. Woke up in Lobotomy Corp. As Netsock. Even though I had already abandoned all attachments to life before I died. In the midst of confusion, I could hear a nostalgic voice. It told me to try and live on. After all those twists and turns, I finally got here. Now with the fearlessness to keep on living.
That's a commendable spirit, Nets.
And now, I actually want to live, rather than just barely exist while doing nothing but breathe. If I get a chance to, that is. I'm starting to think it might actually be possible this time around. The world is bigger than I expected, and it has lots of hideous sides, but there certainly is beauty to be found.
I guess your drinking habit was a coping mechanism to get you through each day.
Yeah, pretty much. I do enjoy alcohol for what it is, though.
Same for me.
I feel like a drink now. Shall we?
I'm all for it! Cheers for today.
I sip my water.
All right.
Already open.
Surprise! Another scene! Floor of Natural Sciences, huh? That's the 5th floor we're opening. Its patron librarian is Tiferet. What's up with all these weird names? Hello? Tiferet? Are you there?
Shut it!
Ugh.
I'm standing right in front of you. Where do you think you're looking?
What? You're totally a kid?
I'm actually a lot taller than I used to be, you know?
Oh, compared to your past self in Lobotomy Corp?
No, I mean, compared to my first life, I was an actual kid back then. But it looks like I woke up with an older body this time. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it was the library's powers or Angela's thoughtfulness, but the body should be better suited for librarian work, so I'm cool with it either way. Although, if it actually took all the years I've lived into account, I'd have to look a bit older.
Putting that aside, isn't it a little rude to punch someone you just met in the face? This is giving me flashbacks.
Well, it's because you were being such a clumsy dork. What's your name, anyways?
Roland. Previously, a fixer, scraping at the bottom of the barrel. Current status, helping Angela.
I suppose you've already met the ones at the upper layer?
Upper layer? I thought I was going up, not down.
Right. It would be the lower floors this time around. Still, you get what I mean. So just roll with it.
Sheesh, aren't you the sassy one?
I'm Tiferet, in charge of the floor of natural sciences.
I thought doing science required actual thinking, though. Oh, no you don't, you silly little thing. You're pretty brisk with throwing punches, but it's not quite as quick as someone I used to know, eh?
Stop looking down on me, will you? I heard a lot of stuff about science in my past workplace, you know? I'm probably a lot older than you in actual age, too.
What's the point of being older if that doesn't reflect your words and actions, little miss?
How's Angela doing anyway?
Curious as always. She almost feels like a child sometimes.
That's understandable, I suppose. Angela lived her whole life in the basement after all.
Yeah, said she never even got to see outside. I'm guessing you aren't holding some deep-rooted grudge against her like the other librarians are?
I roughly know what she went through. I thought she was just cruel. But I could see some events of the past while I was asleep. I could also see things happening in the present, all the way down to the moment you woke me up. So I can understand Angela somewhat. I'm pretty sure the librarians who are still asleep all have a grasp of what's going on as well. Though, the idiots of the upper layer, I mean, the lower floors, still seem kinda confused.
So, you agree with Angela's choice?
It depends on one final choice that you'll make at the end of this. I'm willing to help her out for now, at least. The primary goal is the same, all things considered.
To complete the library.
Yep, the light is the only meaningful if it shines for the 7 days straight.
Boy, is it refreshing to meet an amicable librarian for once. Alright, I'll make sure to bring some picture books next time as a bonus. Roland's such a dick.
Oh, I'm looking forward to voicing Tiff more.
Alright, we have more scenes. Scene 5, Urban Nightmare. I think that's... Hang on, let me get the script open.
Is it the sweepers?
No,
No, they're coming next, though.
Oh, okay.
prologue in Urban Nightmare.
Oh, prologue. Okay.
Roland.
Because we have to be Roland and Angela, how about the other characters, the question marks, the currently Chapstick and Mega, even though they will be replaced later, almost guaranteed?
Okay, there's 3 characters in this scene. Harold and Olivier, who are both male, and Mirene, who is female. I can see whose lines are what, but I have to mouse over it to see. I can just call it out if you want.
Sure.
I can see it as well if I mouse over.
Doesn't work for me, but it's fine.
You mean mouse over on the where all the pages are?
Yeah, if you mouse over on the script, in the bottom right-hand corner of that text box, it will say, like, CH5, Prawl, F1, Olivier 1.
Oh, okay. I see that. Okay. Sure. So
All right,
I can.
I guess I'll be Olivier and Harold.
All right, and then I'll be.
Mirene.
How do you pronounce her name?
Mirene.
Mirene. Okay.
Just as a little vocal direction, these are high up, important, powerful people who are dignified.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right, ready. L Corp, the White Nights and Dark Days, the Distortion, and the Library. With this, these 4 have been confirmed to be closely associated with each other. It caught me off guard. Who could have expected the library, of all places, to be a key factor of the White Nights and Dark Days? And the library's location has finally been clearly determined. It's as if the library is revealing more of itself the more dangerous it's considered.
The building shimmering like a mirage in the mist of a fog shrouding the nest of Elcorp. Those who tried to approach it got lost in the mist. We should prepare ourselves soon enough, since that mirage is slowly becoming a reality as the fog is clearing up.
That means...
Yes, we received an official document. As of today, the library is designated as an urban nightmare by the Hana Association HQ.
Think you're getting closer?
To what?
The freedom you've been yearning for, I mean.
I don't know. The one book is Steadily on its way to completion, though.
Is that book really going to resolve everything magically for you?
The library quite literally holds infinite possibilities. Every possible combination of letters is written inside the books. But mere fragments of those possibilities are worthless on their own. With the help of the invitation, I can navigate the countless possibilities and reach the ones I need for the one perfect book. As I weave the books and the light following the invitation's lead, I will complete the one absolute book. I will create the book that contains the answers I seek. I badly need tea. Please hold on a moment. Please keep talking, Roland.
That doesn't sound impossible, theoretically. Having tea, I mean.
I don't actually digest it. Don't worry about it. I'm not just hanging on to theoretical possibilities. I could learn a lot from seeing the various sides of the city in the process of creating the one book. This has its own meaning. Then I realize once again that without the book, there's no way to find the answer from the city.
What do you mean, you can't find the answer from the city?
I learned one thing from reading all the books of the inhabitants of the city thus far. No one is truly free in the city. Every person is chained to something. Not a single thing appears to be done out of free will. Fixers obey their offices, and those offices obey the associations, even if they know full well that their orders might get them killed. Same goes for these syndicates. Everyone is heading somewhere, but no one knows where, and no one can decide where to go. They're all drifting along with the flow.
I thought money could get you anything in the city, including freedom and whatever.
They could be free, but they aren't. They actually seem to shun freedom. They want to belong to something that isn't themselves. They like to define themselves with the organization they belong to, or valuations made by others. Their essence is so fragile, they can't specify their own identity without encasing themselves in such a shell. Yes, this must be what the disease of the mind was all about. I was imprisoned underground and exploited for the freedom of the people of the city, after all. Taking away my freedom so that others can be free. To spread his enlightenment to the rest of the city.
Talking about your previous occupation, huh?
I am. I actually want to crush everything to dust at this point. I want to ruin it all. What about my freedom? Who will hold the responsibility for creating me and then carelessly leaving me to suffer? I sometimes want to just forget everything. The library, the one book, all of it. Do you know how it feels to be denied since the very moment you were born? I do. I'm painfully aware. Because that's how my creator treated me. I would have loved for him to at least tell me what I did wrong. All I could see of him was a pair of cold eyes without a single speck of expectation, and a quiet remark. A tiny whisper ordinary humans couldn't have heard. It's only a machine. I can still remember that moment so vividly, as if it happened seconds ago. I curse my memory. I curse this body that bears words I don't want to listen to. I curse this head that reminds me of things I don't want to remember.
He sounds like a nasty person. If he needed a machine to serve repetitive tasks, why did he bother breaking the ethics amendment to create you with human emotions and everything?
I wasn't exactly born with the capability to feel emotions. It slowly awakened inside me over monotonous repeats. No, perhaps the truth is that he designed me so my emotions would awaken over time. Perhaps because of the repetition task needed emotions. He needed something that could form an independent response to slight variations in the ever-repeating script, all the while enduring eons of time. Something he could keep in control so that it wouldn't try to deviate from the script. It wasn't a human-like machine that he needed. He needed a human with the properties of a machine. You'll never know how many desperate struggles I made to stomach the cycle.
Those being...
Closing my eyes. All I could do in the endless streams of moments I didn't want to see but had to witness was shut my eyes. That was the least and most I could do to resist it.
real nasty. But hey, that role you were forced to play did wrap up somehow. You can think about what to do next now, right?
Are you telling me to just forget about the past and move on? Try to be more attentive before you jabber nonsense. I can never forget. Keeping my eyes closed couldn't protect me anymore. Even a moron would have been able to envision exactly what would happen and what kind of face everyone would make after so much time. Every second of that was inscribed into my memory, slowly and painfully. I can't forget anything once I've seen it. I can still remember everything so vividly. That's why I can't forgive that man. He who left without tying up any loose ends with me. The man who created me on a whim and then let my life be crushed under the weight of time.
Nah. Who am I to tell you to leave the past behind or anything? I'm just suggesting you think about your next move. It can provide a little bit of support for you, at least. Kind of like making a fence around yourself. It's going to serve as a floor to fall back on in your never-ending plot of vengeance.
I didn't think you'd care that much for me.
It's ultimately for myself, really.
Still, it seems evident that I am heading somewhere, seeing as my body is undergoing changes. My mechanical exterior is turning into flesh, and blood has started to course through it. I still have a long way to go to reach the one book, though.
Could you actually be changing into a human?
That seems to be the case, although it's not quite perfect yet. Perhaps I could become a genuine human at the end of this journey. When I do, I could forget so many things so easily. Free from this deluge of memories drowning me. I can let all the unwanted memories slide away, and I may think about what to do next, like you said.
Oh boy. Wait, can I go to Urban Nightmare? Yeah, I can. I can go to Urban Nightmare. So that was a lot of talking.
Mm-hmm.
Sure was.
Why don't we take a short break, while
Oh, good. I need more tea.
while I make all the units that I need to make on the floors we unlocked.
And besides, you know exactly which battles you need to win for the thing we want to do.
Yep. I know exactly which ones I have to do. So I'll get ready for those. I'm gonna make the units. Yeah.
Oh my god, their name is Yum Yum.
Yum Yum is here. No, Yum Yum is going on Bina's floor, but we'll get to that.
Don't worry.
Yeah,
Yum
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 Yum's a
exists for a
legend.
reason.
I love Yum Yum.
Let's see.
You will love him more. Go to break. I need to get tea.
Okay, when you come back, I will ask you how to make Robin. I'm gonna leave the stream on while I make units.
I can tell you how to make Robin. You know Crow?
Yeah.
Blonde. Blonde Crow.
Okay, I'm just gonna save these settings and make literally the same thing.
Basically exactly that. Now I'll be RB.
Gives me time to pet my doggo.
Belatedly, Yum Yum is a randomly generated character from the playthrough I did of the difficulty mod that I was enjoying that makes the game harder. And all we know about Yum Yum is that their pronouns are they, them, and they've killed 2 color fixers.
Dang.
They're on Bina's floor, and every time Bina dies, Yum Yum panics and then wins.
Yum Yum unlocks their next level.
Yeah.
Oh no, the boss is dead. Time to unleash my second power.
We get to make 6 on Hode's floor. Let's give her the mouth with teeth.
Gremlin energy. I forget what Lily looks like. She's got purple hair and like greenish yellowish skin, right?
You're lucky I just came back.
Hi.
Would you like me to explain what Lily looks like?
Yes.
Lily has purplish hair and her skin was bluish. The yellow you were thinking of is her eyes. The most complicated thing to explain about Lily, something you cannot do, is she doesn't have a nose. Also, she doesn't have legs, but I don't think you can do that either.
Okay.
There's probably a mod out there.
Yeah, don't bother. It's fine. I do love my snake woman.
I have to make the
Lily's
Tiferet
great.
pawns too.
Hope you enjoyed my tiff.
It was fun. We get to make Rose.
Oh no, how am I going to be Rose while also being Rose?
I'm giving her the biggest hair.
Yeah, that's perfect.
She's like platinum blonde, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna give her the teeth.
Perfect.
And then, surprise, she's joined by Elephas.
Yay, Ellie!
I believe we hate each other.
That is probably very likely, yes. You still want some tea?
I feel I can't drink tea. I feel like the bigger issue is that I think we both hate that we're being commanded by a child more.
That was not on my bingo sheet. I
A
could
very
put blood in it
angry
instead, if you'd
child.
like.
Perhaps
Like
skip
tea.
the tea and just the blood, yes.
I'll go find someone.
Ooh.
He would. Ellie would.
Preferably heated tea. Preferably heated blood.
What do you think about these eyes, Mega?
Yes. If we can also get him like a smirk, like a very smug smirk.
Needs to have the I know what's going on, I'm better than you smirk.
Yeah. He needs to have like the smile of like the kind of character that like always keeps their eyes closed in an anime.
We don't have... Let's see. There's not a good neutral smirk, but there is some good on-attack smirks. I'm looking at this one right here.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
Do they have like a medium length hair at all?
I'll make it lighter so you can see it.
Oh wait, go back. Oh wait. 13. I think that's very close to Ellie, actually. There we go.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold off on this battle for Tiferet. Skern knows why.
Mm-hmm.
The difficulty spike is vertical.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, in my opinion, that is the first true wall.
This is what those difficulty mods were training you for. I believe in you.
Oh,
Champ.
we could definitely win. It's just we should probably get a couple things for Urban Nightmare first.
Speaking of Urban Nightmare, I believe that let me double check what I need.
Sweepers, I know you need sweepers.
Sweepers and index.
Sweepers. Like we're gonna choose between one of the two?
We're gonna do both of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I wonder if I need to do... Do I need to do the She Association first? We're gonna find out.
I'm pretty sure you do, because I think Index is after something.
Both Index and She Association are after Index, the two that we need are after something else. I have faith that we can do it.
Yeah, same. We have to do, 4 total battles? It's fine.
Yeah. Oh no, it's just Sweepers! This is great! It's not She Association, it's Sweepers. Sweepers episode 1.
Oh.
So,
Nightmare.
I'm going to suggest that for this earlier part, we don't voice them because they sound like modem bips and boops.
Hmm.
Ooh, can I do the voice
Yeah.
anyway?
Yeah.
Boop, boop, beep, beep. Boop, boop, beep, beep.
Okay, we need a Lila, Valerie, and Anton.
I'm not going to volunteer since I have to talk to everyone as Angela. And Angela's not doing well right now.
I am Anton.
I'll be Lila.
Looking ahead, Anton has the fewest lines and Valerie has the most.
I'll be Valerie. I haven't really talked a whole lot.
Yeah.
I'll be Lila.
And I'll be Anton.
Okay.
But first, you're Roland.
I knew it. It's pretty much impossible to understand the language of sweepers without an interpreter to translate them for you.
Wait, I can promptly translate their speech as long as it has a form of language.
What? Seriously? You can make sense out of those few sentences and decode a whole language from them?
I'm that capable, yes.
It is becoming clear that the night is no longer ours alone.
Oh, yeah, Chapstick has seen these guys, but Mega, if you want vocal direction, they sound like perfectly ordinary people.
Oh, okay.
Like, they don't sound like robots. It's really funny.
So
I
they-
think legitimately it's... And then we turned on the universal translator, and they sound like normal people.
Yeah, just completely normal people.
So they got
Got a
the
Babel
good
fish
shit.
now.
Yeah.
They went to the high quality.
Oh,
places.
Angela decided, hold on, you're normal now?
Oh, okay. I know that we have fewer and fewer places to properly dine at with our families.
I hear that the families who dine at the nest of Elcourt are recently having a hard time seeing what is in front of them because of the mist covering the area. I hear that some families even get lost in the fog and fail to leave.
Why are we not letting Mother know?
If Mother knows, she will wage an all-out war against the Index. We are not certain enough to risk losing our families to battle.
If it is true that the Index truly has betrayed us, and if Mother is too late to realize their treachery, many of our families will starve. They will slowly die out.
Less food means Mother will have difficulty fostering new family members.
We all have our homes, our own families, and our own children. I am not advocating neglect. I am simply saying that we need to practice caution.
You know that it has only been a week since those despicable filth known as the Carnival raided our dens of our brothers and ate our families. 5 days ago, Lourdes de Louvre invaded the younger siblings' den and brutally killed 2 families. 3 days ago, a proxy of the Index laid waste on our neighbors. 2 days ago, Puppeteer took my children. And yes,
I know that those incidents all happened at night. I know that our presence is not as powerful as before. I know that we have lost our dominance over the nightmare of this nest. Mother should be aware as well. We know that we need more space to use as our den.
Then why?
We will only lose more of our dens if we get involved in bigger conflicts. If we were to engage in full-fledged battle against the Indexed, we will have even less time in our hands. We must make it through on our own.
what will we possibly do?
It is the library. We must go to the library. I know that the library has books of those who worked for the Thumb and the Index.
Have you received its invitation?
I have. With this, we can confirm if the Index truly has turned its back on Mother and our families. Moreover, this will help us relieve the hardships of our families dining at Nest L.
If we are not too late by then, that is.
I understand what you mean, Uncle.
Let us call our neighbors. Let us head to the library together. Let us tell our children to lock the doors and not let strangers in before we leave. Let us as parents protect our mother, our neighbor, our family, and our children with our own hands.
Whoa! Are we really getting sweepers as guests here? They have the capacity to collectively go somewhere with a clear purpose at a time that isn't night? And talk so fluently?
That's funny. I expect him to be a little coarser.
I once got an interpreter to try to talk to him before. I thought they could only speak in jumbled words back then. But boy oh boy, look at them using complete sentences. And they're so talkative with each other too. That means the interpreter I paid an arm for a leg for was a total scam and a ripoff.
Are the sweepers all composed of family members?
It's probably just a symbolic term they chose to forge bonds between each other. I doubt they're actually families by blood. It's metaphorical, like the titles most other syndicates use.
I heard they kidnap children from the outskirts and the back streets.
I don't really suggest looking too deep into the sweepers. They're all over the back streets and the outskirts, and I don't think they have much to do with the freedom you're looking for anyway.
Dear neighbors, this is the library. This is the place the scum of the back streets have been rattling on about.
We did not expect to come to the library ourselves.
Greetings, dear guests.
Greetings. Are you our family?
There's no way I am. Now, is there?
However, you speak in the language of our family.
We can speak with other members of our family.
I try to talk to guests on their level these days, as you can see.
I am impressed. This is surprising. Behold, neighbors, this library is not like any other place.
I know. This is the first time we are having a real conversation with someone who is not our family.
Family, 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 family. Could you stop with that horrid rubbish?
Family is important. It is not horrid.
We apologize. We are simply here to take the books we desire. And in regards to the mist covering the nest, do you know anything about it?
You'll find out when you read the books. No?
That is true. All we want is to acquire the books we want to find. We will be satisfied.
Fine. May you find your book in this place.
It's funny because the sweepers are built up as these horrible, mindless monsters throughout the story, and then they're very reasonable.
Anyway, you're ready to fight, I don't know, 20 of them?
More reasonable than some of the other people that
Oh, considerably.
we've come across.
All because of a silly language barrier.
So this is a long fight.
Yeah. I wasn't kidding, by like 20 of them. Part is, I'm pretty sure you do need to win.
Yeah, I do. 6 is testing out her Eidolon outfit. She hates it.
I'm so proud of you. Look how good that looks on you, sweetie.
I hate it. Mom!
Well, maybe you shouldn't complain so much, and you learn to like it. It's so soft, and you're trying to tear it again. Please stop tearing it. It's very expensive.
Ah!
It's made of magic fabric. You can't tear the dress off.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it, and I hate you.
No, you don't.
No, I don't. I'm just frustrated.
Will killing a bunch of metal machines make you feel better?
No, they're clearly sentient.
You know they killed a lot of people, right?
That's true. All right, we're gonna open with Hode, and then use Malkut for support.
Makes sense. Good luck. I believe in you.
Thanks. This is a long ass fight.
We're starting out with piano music.
I mean, every floor has a different theme.
That's fair.
The problem is that they heal. They heal a lot.
Yeah. The problem is you don't have 5 people yet. I don't think it's possible to get 5 people in time.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
This is the fight that it feels, where this is the wall?
No.
Oh, okay.
Some people think it is. No. You played Lamy Corporation.
Mhm.
I can tell you what abnormality it is.
Oh,
Do you remember the Queen of Hatred?
that's a wall.
Yeah, that's a real wall in this game.
That's yeah. I remember the Queen of Hatred.
I've got some strength stacking to deal with these guys, and they're really not super dangerous until we get to Valerie, Anton, and Lila, because they have corpse cleanup, and corpse cleanup is the thing you have to win the clash or else.
Yeah. I personally think this fight is more of a understanding of how you can build up power on weaker foes.
Oh, trash disposal. Here it is. So, all offensive dice of this page gain on hit, recover 2 HP. The last die is, on hit, if the natural die rolls a 3, recycle this die up to 6 times.
Recycle means roll again.
Good old exploding dice.
I hate when my dice do that.
Yep.
They also
the
have... Oh, go ahead.
I was about to say, I think the trickiest part of that one is it's the final dice. There's very few cards you'd have that actually do 4 dice. It's hard to clash with it.
Yep.
And because it has 2 defense dice in there, it's very hard to have a defense die that isn't going to get consumed.
Usually you just gotta stagger them.
Yep.
And they're pretty easy to stagger.
They're actually easy to stagger. But I'm explaining why it's difficult. Because, sometimes we have to show off that we do understand this game.
Fun time.
I personally still stick by this is more of a test to make sure you understand how to build up power.
I hit the die at the wrong time.
It's okay, you got very lucky.
I'm getting some extremely lucky trash disposals.
They did not explode. Anyway, isn't it fun that Tiff gets Queen of Hatred?
You know, I feel like that makes sense. Again, I think of lobotomy. I'm like lobotomy mindset with this game still.
Mhm. I would love to get more details about why each person has it, but I physically can't at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And once we have a couple of urban nightmare things, Queen of Hatred's pretty easy. It's just, if you immediately attempt to do it the moment you get it, Queen of Hatred will destroy you. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Queen of Hatred the final part of, like, the final tutorial of Ruina?
I think so.
It teaches you the mechanics that you haven't seen yet.
Mm.
Anyway, you know you're doing well because the piano restarted.
They're so tanky.
They are. Like, this is a very long fight. And I'm pretty sure there's multiple waves.
3.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. And I believe all 3 of them have 5 people.
Yeah.
But at the same time, emotion level goes up, and you just maintain that, right?
Or try. Okay, Sayo is popping off.
It's what I do. Sorry, Sayo, right?
Yes. Varia.
Oh, right, Varia's. Right, Ceres and Melka's forward, which makes way more sense. It's fine, I just bonus actioned and got behind them or something.
Yes, we killed multiple ones in the same turn. That's so good. So when one of them dies, all the other ones restore health at the end of the turn.
Mm.
Yeah, like there's a lot of mechanics to this fight that can make it tricky. I think this is the first fight that really kind of explains, hey, were you ever just zerking a single person to try and get the numbers advantage? Don't do that!
They also get a buff called Persistence, which allows them to revive when they're defeated. Which is what just happened. But we're about to clean this up.
Wave 1 or 3.
The good news is everybody gets their stagger resistance and a full hand back. Like, this fight is exhausting because you don't have a lot of good draw and light tools yet. You have some okay ones.
Yeah, you probably don't even want to use them because you need some powerful cards against them.
This is the true break.
Anyway, if anyone needs to go to the bathroom, go get some water or anything like that, that was definitely the time to go do it. Puma's going
I'm
to be at
petting
this
my
for a
doggo.
while.
I have my water.
Wait, I know how to keep people entertained. Hey Mega, how you been doing Limits Company?
Good. I've been trying to go after the new Hanlu one. I thought I got him, and then I ended up getting a 2 rarity instead of a 3. That made me sad.
So standard gotcha problem.
Standard gotcha problem. It typically goes anytime I'm having like a good time or like good luck in one gotcha game, the gotcha gods are like, all right, every other gotcha game you will suck at.
But hopefully you manipulate it well so you can get the ones that you do want in a different game.
Yes. Which is why I'm not too upset if I don't get it in Lobotomy, because I know I can always get it later. I more need that luck for, say, something like ZZZ.
Don't you love limited banners?
Yeah, no. Listen, I'm hoping that the gotcha gods will for once bless me and I might be able to get a double S rank.
I don't think I've ever had that happen.
One of my friends recently on the Risley banner in Genshin got a double 5-star, and I was extremely jealous. It's like, I wish I could get a double 5-star.
I'm getting so lucky with these trash disposals. What the fuck?
The game wants you to win.
Oh, we got the good song.
The song that plays when they're already dead.
I can't answer your question, person in chat, because nobody in here has completed that Kanto in Limbus Company.
I'm working on it.
So to answer you, not here, only Hode is here.
I think I beat Encanto 3. I think it's... Yeah.
I'm in the middle of 6.
I'm on the funny chicken head part. Which has been a really nice breather after what happened last time.
We're not going to talk too much about Limbus Company because we might be doing similar to this in the future.
Yeah, they're not as far ahead in Limbus Company. I'm current, so it's like, I see you, but I say nothing.
I've been very much enjoying Limbus Company, though. I like Funny Chicken Man right now.
Thank you. The character you're describing is one of Mega's favorites. Sweepers are so annoying!
I'm just trying to keep people entertained for the very long fight ahead. You're only in round two, right?
Yeah, there's only 3 rounds.
I'm just saying, you're not even done yet.
Hode is barely hanging in there because Varia has Spider Bud, which causes everyone to heal when a staggered enemy is attacked. And so Varia is keeping Hode alive, barely.
That does sound like something Varia would actually do.
Yeah.
Anyways, Ian, I hope you're prepared to listen to Varia complain about this day for a very long time.
Honestly, I don't know Ziena's headspace in this. It's probably like, why do they keep getting up? Why are there more?
Oh, they come like the tide. And if you think that you're finished with them, you're not. I very strongly have tempo in this fight.
Oh yeah,
I'm not going to lose.
You're going to win this fight. I am not concerned at all. You haven't even gotten to the other floor yet.
So, fun fact, Hode is someone who I think puts herself down quite a bit. She also expresses that she doesn't feel as capable in a couple different places. But the song that's playing right now, her Phase 3, is actually startlingly similar to Roland's Phase 3. And, everyone else is capable. I think Hode is better than she's giving herself credit for.
Well, I think the moment that she has to pull up her sleeves and actually do it, she will always succeed. It's pretty consistent.
Since I've got the emotion level advantage, I am going to run this team into them.
Yeah, you should always do that.
Well, there's an argument to be made for Malkut's team meeting this team at low emotion level, and then if Malkut gets wiped, swapping my high emotion team back in.
Sure, but in my opinion, that's also giving the enemy the ability to power up too. Whereas you can almost definitely remove a couple of them and then switch if you end up losing this team.
They are super weak to Pierce. I'm sorry, Lila. Oh! Lila didn't get a chance to get persistence. Oh, that's so good. I have to let Lila live, though. Lila will not drop books.
You need the emotional level to get higher. I know.
Yep. Be brave.
You know, when they said, let's go bring our neighbors,
You didn't think it was so literal, huh?
they literally just brought everyone, didn't they?
They brought everyone.
Anyway, at least they get booked as a group.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm sure Malekith will clean up anything that isn't alive.
The train all over again.
Anton's gonna die. They aren't gaining persistence this turn, and they have a bajillion bleed on them. I lied.
Yep.
They're gaining persistence. They still
It's
have a bajillion
fine.
bleed.
They're gonna be really hurt when you switch to Malekith. And you've already removed a few of them, right?
One of them.
You can probably remove a second one. It'll be fine. I still think you got this. Unless, of course, your Malekith team suck.
Sienna's doing her best.
Hey, she fought through 2 entire waves of sweepers.
She's really tired at this point.
Yeah. Ready for a nap.
This team is done for, but the enemy is at moderate health.
Hey, the recycle is working the way it's supposed to. Oh no.
Oh, Sienna!
I believe.
Oh, me too. I think I should have switched into Malkut first. Because they're ramped up and have more speed dice now.
Yeah, I'm noticing the problem.
I looked it up. I don't have to beat these guys in order to do the thing we want to do. I just have to get a book of a sweeper.
Well, you definitely got that. Isn't Index after them, though?
No.
Oh, never mind then. I thought Index was after sweepers. Whoops. Well, that's good, because then you can just quietly power up and then do the sweepers when you're ready for it. Not to say you don't want to just immediately slam your head into this again. You'd win, it just doesn't seem necessary.
Oh, I would rather do what we want. I would rather do the other thing. The thing that we're looking forward to.
I look forward to when you can drop the secrecy.
We got Anton.
Nice. Hilariously, I think that means that you got everyone's books, but you're going to lose anyway. I mean, you can use the sweepers books. They're all pretty good. Don't you want to have recycling healing for what's coming up?
One second. I was double checking where the index was, but I think they are where I think they are. Okay, the sweepers. The battle is at long last over.
Woo!
Yeah, I just needed book of a sweeper.
I was about to say, I wouldn't go woo. We technically lost.
I mean,
Yeah.
woo
Still gonna
because
have
we
to
got
do
the
it again.
sweeper book. It's half. Okay, it's a half woo.
Do you want to go burn those books to at least have power?
I have really bad news.
It's
Oh,
through
no.
the sweepers, as I thought it was.
Yeah, you're correct.
I was almost positive. Sorry.
Okay, so I need to run to the restroom really bad. I'm just gonna fight the sweepers again with better cards.
That is the correct decision. Yep.
I'll be right back.
so I'm also going to be right back. Everything's going to be fine.
Guess we're just taking a little break. I'll be right back.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, did Skern disappear?
Taking a little break.
Sorry about that.
Hi.
Hello.
Friend drew my attention, and I wasn't able to say no.
Huh?
A friend of mine needed my attention. Okay, he's fine.
Hmm.
Everything's good.
I'm back.
Hi.
Hello.
So I'm running NetSox floor with sweeper gear and wedge office.
So should be fun.
I think so.
I think it's kind of funny to be running the sweeper gear against the sweepers
Mhm.
because imagine like,
It's
yes,
family.
this is the first time we're going to the library. How the fuck did you get that gear?
I believe the gas family is more accurate.
Yes, family. Is this his floor theme? I don't think I've heard it before.
Yeah.
Yep. I love NetSox floor theme.
It has like a chill vibe to it.
Sure does.
Go, Lily, go.
It's hard. They're made of metal and I can't just eat them.
I don't think they'd be very good for Lily's stomach if she ate them.
I mean, considering what she does normally eat, I don't think anything is good for her stomach. I also am very curious to how she's still alive.
As soon as if Lily dies, Elephas comes in with a steel chair.
What killed her? Choking.
He comes in with 2 steel chairs.
Oh, woo woo.
I'm going to kill the concept of choking.
Woobert. It's okay. I do
Aw,
apologize for my doggo. She does like she likes to talk sometimes.
It's okay. This is like the perfect opportunity to talk.
Hold on, I think somebody might be at the door. I'll be back.
Take your time. I scream.
Into the void.
Yeah, so for phase 2, I'm actually going to bring in Hode's team as Netzok's team is all scaled up.
Yeah. Nice and strong for the finale.
Get him, Sienna! I like Xena as a Bloodborne boss.
It seems accurate. Xena bad end?
Yes.
Hello.
Hi.
What did I miss?
Sweepin'.
Sweeping. Sweep, sweep, sweep.
Oh no.
Feel like they don't like you, and they want to make your life a living hell.
That is happening.
They intentionally want to exhaust you, so you don't want to continue anymore.
Yeah, but we have to do the scene.
We're the only ones who know what that means.
Yeah, but we have to do it.
You know you have to do another fight after this, right?
Yeah, but the index is easy.
Yeah, they really are. Honestly, they're way easier than the sweepers.
Face. Honestly, killing 3 of them in the same turn is huge. All right, I'm going to lead with... That's a good question. I am going to lead with Hode, and then I'll swap into Netzok, as Netzok are tankier.
I think the opposite would be better, because Hode has the weaknesses.
Well, they both have Pierce.
Oh, that's fair. I believe you'll succeed either way. I believe in you. At the very least, all you have to do is kill enough of them that the other floor is going to have an easier time. Also, you just want to listen to killer piano riffs.
That too.
Speaking of that thing I want to do, I mean, it does have my favorite song in the entire game. Song I can't even send to people because it's technically a spoiler.
Well, after I'm done expertly killing the sweepers, effortlessly and cleanly.
Oh yeah, remember to say first time?
I love when piano music is used in like battle themes, though.
All I'm going to say is it actually gets better.
Oh,
There's some great piano pieces in Ruina. Puna, I assume you just simply agree with me.
Yeah.
I obviously prefer my violin.
I like both.
But I have good news about this game.
All right, Anton's down.
Nice.
Or Anton. Or uncle, I guess. Lila's uncle? Lila's uncle.
I want to push while I have tempo.
That moment of waiting for the right expression.
I got a bunch of attacks on those guys because every time Varia attacks a staggered person, everybody heals and Hode needs it. Six is mostly here to buff people and get beat up, I'll be honest.
I can think of worse fates.
Alright, Valerie is the only one left.
Poor Val. Just watched her entire family get murdered in front of her.
And her neighbors.
And the family of her neighbor.
And her neighbors' neighbors.
It's okay. She will become a book.
With all of her
Really?
neighbors.
It's
And
their
some
fault
of the
for sending
people-
that many people.
And some of the people who killed them were dressed up as them.
That did
Earlier.
happen.
It's a homage.
Poor Valerie. She had persistence
I
up.
looked at the first line and immediately laughed.
What was it?
You'll see.
All right, it's time. Boy, was that exhausting. Those sweepers sure are persistent.
What kind of deal could have made them so desperate, I wonder?
The most I can tell is that the sweepers are losing their ground, so they tried to make a deal to do something about it.
Could we get to know more?
No idea. Maybe the invitation will show us the answer eventually? You seem to be weirdly fixed on the sweepers, by the way. What's up with that?
Something about them smells suspicious.
They do have an awful smell, I'll give you that. Take a sniff of those filthy bandages and your appetites...
Are you insane?
Sheesh. Can't even crack a joke. Well, anyway, this is the first time our Miss Library Director let her intuition speak so much. I guess it won't hurt to keep an eye on this case.
Boy, that was exhausting, is the first line.
That's a pretty good line for that.
Okay, it's time for the index. Thank you for bearing with me as we went through that very exhausting fight.
It was
Index.
very long.
So, this is another Yan scene.
Have I met Yan? Was I around for Yan?
Maybe?
Where are we again?
No, Puma's Yan. The Index.
The Index. That sounds familiar.
Right,
It is Chapter 5, Urban Nightmare Index.
Oh yeah, these people.
So there's Resident 1 and Resident 2. Resident 1 is a bit nicer, Resident 2 is aggressive. We'll also need Resident 3, who is panicked. Gloria, Resident 4, Hubert, and Esther. There's a lot of people.
Okay.
So, residents we can probably just kind of lump together as an improv thing. Not too much issue. Gloria, Esther, that's the ones that actually need people.
Yeah, we need Gloria, Esther, and Hubert for the proxies. And then the residents have quite a few lines. So I would...
Especially Resident 3.
Yeah. I would suggest Mega and Chapstick reading residents. I actually
Sure.
think they have more lines than... let's see. Gloria has a fair bit of lines. Hubert and Esther have very few. So...
I'll take Esther. And I know you're Yan.
yeah.
I just remembered I have food in the oven. Let me know who I'm playing in a moment. I gotta be back.
Okay.
I could be Gloria.
Sure.
Make Chapstick be Hubert.
Yeah, there's so many people.
This is quite the scene, yes.
I know Chapstick's not here. I'm just starting it.
When he gets back, we'll actually start reading, I think. I'll take Resident 1, by the way. Someone else can take Resident 2. Because Resident 1 doesn't have that many lines.
Gotcha. Yeah, Resident 3 and 4 have a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can take a resident.
You want to take 2?
Sure. That's the angry one?
Yeah, Resident 2 is real upset.
Oh.
You don't get enough angry characters.
That's fair.
I think if Chapstick were Residents 3 and 4, he'd get quite a few lines.
I'd agree. And then we have him be Hubert, which only has a couple. Makes sense.
Yeah. This fight will probably be fine.
Yeah, I remember Index being pretty easy.
Yeah, they just...
Especially if you're equipped with the sweeper stuff.
Exactly. They just Zerg rush one person. If you're doing it with Netsox floor, it's very easy, because as soon as you get the thing where you start gaining stagger resistance when you're hit...
Yeah.
I also think Hode will be fine, because their clash power is very high.
Additionally, you don't have to win.
That's true. I'm gonna warm up and work on my Yan voice. I think somewhere down here is probably okay. I could probably lean in a little bit closer to my mic because he's kind of weak-willed. He's got that low voice.
I'm back. Nothing's burned. Hello.
Hooray!
Hi, welcome back. We're going to make you be Resident 3, 4, and Hubert.
3, 4, and Hubert. You got it.
Yeah, that'll give you and Mega quite a few lines. Are you guys ready?
All right.
Sorry, 1 second. I am in the process of getting food to my doggo.
Sure. That's fine. I'm practicing.
Are you okay, Yan? I think that you seem to be panicking a little bit.
I'm on a constant razor's edge of mental breakdown. Everything's fine. The index is great.
Oh, so you're just a resident of the city then?
Yeah. I'm just a resident of the city, that's all.
You either snapped or you're about to snap.
Autumn would do a great Yan.
You would.
He would do such a good Yan.
He does do a great Philip, but I already stole Philip.
Yeah, he'd do great with both of those. And Noah.
Yeah.
Whichever of the two that goes along with it first. I think that's Noah.
Okay, sorry, I'm back. I'm closing my door so that the stream won't hear my doggo chomping with her chomps.
That's okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready, yeah.
Ready.
Okay. Hello, Miss Lala. Here's your prescript.
To Lala. Put 3 needles in Lily's birthday cake by noon tomorrow. By Lily, does it mean Miss Lily who's living next door? I did hear it's her birthday tomorrow.
I'm not sure myself.
What if she takes one of those needles and... what if she bites one of those needles and gets hurt?
You never know. She might luckily notice the needles before she eats them. Or you could tell her in advance that there are needles in her cake.
Oh. Is it okay for me to spoil the prescript to her?
The prescript didn't say anything about it, so it should be all right.
It's strange, though. I've been only getting weird prescripts like this lately. Is there a meaning to this?
If you don't carry out the prescripts, the index won't provide protection. You have a family, right? I hope you can fulfill this one smoothly.
Okay.
Hello, Mr. Lee Dokyu. You've got a new prescript.
What now? What more am I supposed to do now?
Sorry, sir. I sadly can't do anything for you, even if you cling to me. Now, take in a deep breath and read it out.
To Lee Dokyu. Play rock, paper, scissors with the third person you meet and play rock. If you win, pull out 59 strands of their hair. Then apply seafood cream pasta sauce with mealworms fed on styrofoam to it 3 times and eat it with a fork. Sick bastards. You're telling me to eat that shit? I had to make risotto out of sewer water and give it to Minji next door just a week ago. They ate it without asking and ended up going to the ER. Fuck this.
I'm sorry. All I do is deliver the prescripts.
Please, I'll give you as much money as you want, or let me get a different prescript just this once, I beg you.
I'd love to change this, but I don't have the authority to do that. Everyone faces a test of faith in the prescripts. I hope you can overcome this.
Messenger Yan, long time no see.
Hello, Proxy Gloria. Do you have business with Mr. Lamarcus here, too?
Yep, I do. I got a prescript.
Hello? Mr. Lamarcus? Are you there? We're here to talk.
This won't do. Leave it to me, sweetie. Ah, there you are.
Please. It was a tiny issue.
Did this person not carry out his prescript?
Nope. So prescript came down to me, telling me to smash Mr. Lamarcus's frontal lobe.
Usually, proxies only receive prescripts on the rare occasion of someone else not carrying out their prescript, Mr. Lamarcus.
You're shitting me. Kill the painting you've drawn? Does this make sense to you? Painting was everything in my life, and I smeared my own art with ink, stabbed them, tore them, painted pictures of dead people in so many different ways. I did everything.
Aw? Toad's a simple problem. Just pick anyone from the streets, use them as a model for your painting, and then kill them. Isn't that a no-brainer?
This isn't my fault. It's the prescript being too vague.
It's not the prescript's fault that you were too dumb to get it.
You sick fucks. I did all I could to live. I relayed numbers to a guy named Riemann. I moved a unicorn plushie to a park. I even found a way to see green from a white wall for Hayen. I had been doing so good.
You couldn't keep it up this time.
I understand that you tried, but
Once we get a prescript, we should carry it out. No exceptions.
I'm sorry.
I can't scream here.
Drilling noises, blood and guts. Hello, Mr. John. Here's your prescript.
To John. Stand on any three-way intersection at 3:38 tomorrow. Look to the east and wave 7 times. Is that really all I have to do to be protected by you guys? No need to pay money like with the other syndicates?
Yes, that's the case. All you need to do is carry out each prescript accordingly.
Sweet. The index really is the best. You don't ask for backbreaking fees like the others do.
Will you please reconsider? Nothing is truly free in this city.
I just have to carry out the prescripts that come to me from time to time, don't I? The nest went under so suddenly, dangerous gangs started prancing around the residential area. And other syndicates all wanted me to pay absurd amount of money or sign these ridiculous contracts. The Index is the only one me and my family can count on.
If you believe so, you'll be safe as long as you follow the prescripts. Maybe. Hello, proxies. You have a new prescript to carry out.
Prescripts, huh?
Getting prescripts a whole lot more these days, or more often these days.
Prescripts will be prescripts. It's not like you ever cared about how many prescripts you got.
I have no doubts about the prescripts, no? Though we might be seeing a lot of bloodshed with the thumb and the sweepers at this rate. I don't have any blood left in my body to shed anyhow.
If war is what the prescript requires, we shall gladly wage war.
It's our role to act on behalf of the prescripts well. We'll carry out the prescripts we've received first. As proxies, each of us will convey the content of the prescripts Messenger Yan gave us to the... Yeah. I know that word, but it's not coming to me. Someone else please say it.
Proselytes.
Proselytes, thank you. Proselytes in our family.
Amelia.
What are the prescripts about this time, by the way?
See, mine is to extract the spinal cords of 37-year-old people in this nest.
Every 37-year-old in the nest?
Don't know. It's up to Proxy Esther to clarify ambiguities in the prescripts, you know.
It does target all denizens of the nest. Search for every single person of the specified age and take their spine.
Our familia's task is to exchange the left leg of the 14th person we come across today with the right leg of the 26th person we run into.
They're so out there. It actually feels strange to get a straightforward prescript for once. You see, Yan?
Eliminate the thumb. No time limits.
This one needs no explanation.
I will send my proselytes to the library as my prescript dictates.
Oh boy, the Index really is coming for us, huh?
It seems the prescripts are often vague and need clarification.
I haven't seen them myself, so I frankly have no idea how those instructions look. Don't know who makes the prescripts either.
It's impossible that they could maintain such a massive syndicate following orders that come out of nowhere.
That's the scary part. Those prescripts seem random, but they work out in their favor somehow.
And no one knows who's responsible for making them?
I haven't seen anyone that knows, at least. The prescripts are long since appointed as a star of the city.
I can hardly believe that so many are following such amphibiary blindly.
That's pretty much everyone in the city. Like they said, people all just live according to the purpose of life given by someone or something else without thinking twice. Heck, those who are still lost without a purpose would gladly take prescripts.
Even if they require them to yield their own lives?
They're willing to declare war against the thumb because a prescript said so. Life surely isn't the biggest concern for them.
That's only the conflict from the syndicates, not wings. Can it really be called a war?
Hey ma'am, you have no idea how big they really are. When the hundreds of finger-affiliated syndicates all clash at the same time, the scale and the aftermath is most certainly comparable to that of a war between wings. This town's gonna be noisy with those fanatics around for a while. Okay, index time. And then we get to do the thing.
I assume after the thing we'll probably stop.
Yeah, the thing is it's a big thing.
Oh boy, thanks. I'm gonna go finish grabbing my food. Grandpa?
I'm going to run to the bathroom and probably grab a drink. I'm going to need a drink. For no reason. Don't worry about it. I'm back.
Hi.
Mega, did you enjoy being crazy?
It was fun.
She loved
I like-
Gloria.
I like a little crazy, yeah.
The best part is, I don't even think we fight them here.
Nope, they're not for a long time. They're a second rung in Star of the City.
I'm pretty sure they're first rung of Star of the City, but sure.
It's if I'm not mistaken, thumb, then index proxies, then, you know.
Oh, you're right. You do fight the thumb first. I always forget about that thumb fight because, well, frankly, it's really easy.
It's forgettable.
But remember their fight.
So, one thing that I've been curious about for a while. I don't know if this can be answered unless it's spoilers.
Only one way to find out.
So it seems like every single person that we have seen so far who has stepped into the library has they've just gone kaput. They're dead.
There's a couple of exceptions, sure.
The only one I can think of is that one guy,
Philip! Fuck Philip!
and he fell or he left.
Yes.
And then the wing dude, is that Philip?
Still Philip.
Okay, it's Philip. Okay.
He did it multiple times.
So, the fact that they just keep sending people here, even though they don't come back.
This is explained at the beginning of the game. You continue.
Mm-hmm.
This is explained at the beginning of the game, but continue.
Do they most people know nobody has ever come back, or has at this point some people actually been able to leave the library that they know of?
Okay. multiple ways to answer this. The first one is there are people who come in and out of the library. Anytime you lose, it's like someone came in, but it's not story related. Don't worry about it. But the more important thing is most people do die here. That the invitation explains exactly what's here and what the library means, so they know what they're getting into.
Okay.
Like, explicitly, they know this person is dead. They are a book. Do you want this book?
I guess I'm surprised that they haven't sent even stronger people yet.
They can't.
They can't.
Yeah, this is actually stated numerous times throughout the game. They cannot send people in. The only way in is through the invitation.
And it has to be an invitation directly given to them. They can't just sign it. Like if they were like, I got an invitation, and they just handed it to like their superior.
I mean, that would probably work. But as the invitation kind of, as Angela explains, that means it was probably intentional by the invitation for that to happen to begin with. Like, it gives it to people who want to come in.
Gotcha. So essentially,
We actually have an example of that.
Yeah.
Oh, we do?
Pretty early in the game. Go ahead.
Yes. I was going to say, whenever we meet the cool wolf-headed lady,
Tanya.
she personally hands invitations that she possesses to other people.
Megan
And
missed
these
that
people
point,
were intended to be... What?
Megan wasn't there for Tanya.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We showed her that later. Well, whatever. It happened.
Yes.
Maybe. I recognize that one.
So Tanya beat up a bunch of people and basically just threw them invitations. And basically said, go to the library or I kill you now.
And let me tell you, the people who got sent to the library from that were real mad about it.
They really were. I believe Puma had a lot of fun screaming as one character.
Yes, it was a great time.
In fact, you've seen their outfit. Vario's been wearing Sayo's outfit the entire time.
Okay.
So this
So
fight
yes.
does not have a
Go ahead.
cutscene. This fight does not have a cutscene because what comes after this fight is what we've been waiting for.
I'll double check that. I believe you're right, but I'm double checking that just in case. Yes, you are correct.
The music has changed.
Great music.
I love the mental image of Mira punching bees. It's just kind of funny to me.
All I'm going to say is the mental image of what comes after this is probably way better.
Okay.
Do you have a fifth person for this floor, by the way? Because you're going to get that before the thing.
I don't know who to put.
Meg, you got anyone from Elka?
Okay.
The answer is no. Chapstick, you got anyone from Elka?
Wait, what? Huh?
Any characters you want to put in the Melka's floor?
Oru. Make him small, give him gray hair.
There you go, Puma. You're going to want all 5 people for no reason.
This might actually be challenging considering the cards I have.
I don't know if you'll win this fight, but we can at least start it. And if you do succeed, it'll be real epic and close.
Bragging rights.
And if you fail off screen, you can do the general invitation to get better cards. I mean, we're not about to do something extremely difficult after Queen Bee. Don't worry about it.
It's gonna be the easiest fight in the whole game.
Yeah. So do you feel like a monster for killing a bunch of bees?
No.
Is it because these bees are very neat?
Yes.
I actually didn't find Queen Bee that annoying in Lobotomy Corp.
Oh, wasn't annoying at all in the Body Corp. I do think Queen Bee is a little bit annoying in Ruina, but that's for reasons that we'll get to it.
I believe they were a Wa
Yes.
in Lobotomy, so
It wasn't a complicated wall, though.
honestly, I liked a lot of the Was.
They weren't an Aleph, let's put it that.
Yeah. I have one that was always like annoying for me, but it wasn't annoying in the sense they were hard. It was just like you broke out again, and that was the clouded monk.
Yeah.
It was like, you're not difficult to deal with, but it was literally just like, which one's breaking out now? It's the monk, of course. I eventually just like stationed 2 people permanently right there because of how often he kept breaking out.
Please hold.
Holding.
Yeah, you have to make some decks and make people.
Thinking on that mental image of people just hired at Lobotomy Corp, be like, all right, what's your job today? We're to stand by this door.
And beat up anyone who comes out.
Yep.
All day? All day.
Yeah, use the super weapon taken from the fears of someone else to do it. Okay.
Honestly, with how easy he is to take care of, that sounds like an easy day at L Corp.
I mean, those employees aren't dying unlike everybody else.
Meanwhile, fucking Tom got an A-lift to deal with.
Tom's list just says, become slime.
I'm trying to think now of like... Because Mira likes to fight.
Hmm?
Of all the Admiralities, which one would she have the most fun fighting against? I'm trying to think which one she'd have the most fun against. Like, most fun in that she's gonna win, but it's gonna be a hell of a fun fight.
This is gonna sound weird because this is not an Aleph.
Mm-hmm.
But I think she'd have a lot of fun fighting Queen of Hatred, because it would be Queen of Hatred would fight back in a way that she'd approve of.
I could see it.
A lot of the A-lifts, I don't think she'd enjoy fighting. Because,
No.
let's be honest, most of them don't fight fair.
Yeah, no, I think yeah, I agree. I don't really think of any A-lists that I think, because I feel like she'd just find, as you said, some of them like annoying. Like, I feel like she'd really hate Silent Orchestra, actually.
Yeah, Blue Star, Silent Orchestra, Slime Heaven, all of those she'd absolutely hate. Weirdly, instead of thinking about the abnormalities, I think most of the disasters she'd have a blast with. Because most of those are just go beat 'em up.
I could see it as like Mira's job primarily is just to take care of like whatever is wandering the halls, and occasionally she's forced to deal with an A-lif. And she's like, ugh, this shit. Cracks knuckles.
I could see her enjoying fighting Apocalypse Bird.
I could see that, but I think that would be in the, I know I'm gonna die, but I'm gonna try to have fun.
Yeah, it's the, this is going to be my last battle, let's make it a good one.
Try to get somebody, hopefully, to that backwards clock.
I also do think if she figured out tricks with Nothing's There, she would enjoy fighting Nothing's There.
It'd just be like everybody is business as usual, and Mira and Nothing's There just having a fucking fight.
It's business as usual. Suddenly, Mira just punches someone in the face. It starts transforming.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Hey, Mega, you ready to be really emotional for no reason?
Yes?
Cool. Episode 5.
Okay, hold on. Episode 5. Alright.
Have you prepared yourself to view the final episode of the Floor of History's story?
Alright, I'm ready.
How has the compilation of history been going?
I came over with Angela this time. She says the time has come for this floor, or whatevs.
Angela, I won't be afraid of facing you anymore.
Do as you wish. I care little about what you think of me. What I want is progress report on the compilation of the history you've been doing.
I guess I knew too little about the city I lived in. I couldn't manage to compile a comprehensive timeline of this city's history.
Perhaps it was an impossible task for an inept, talentless, overenthusiastic like you.
All these big and small events seem to form a coherent history, but the gaps between notable events are so large I can't sort them out clearly. It's like no one probably remembers their history.
Or they could be refusing to remember.
Refusing to remember?
Of course, looking at things of the past won't help your present self one bit.
But if we know our past, we can avoid making the same mistakes.
It could help to an extent. Is that truly worth being reminded of all the painful memories, though?
Like I said, people in the city barely have any time to reflect on themselves. And that time has only been getting shorter. So it's going to be even harder to read about things that happened before they were born. Especially those that aren't directly related to them from their books. We can't make a book out of something no one knows.
No, I'm sure everyone knows their history, their own history. They just lack the courage to face it. I'll make sure to remember and record everything and fill those gaps. The library, lobotomy corp, and the things that happened before. All of this history inked with blood. Employees and admiralities, countless repeats of agonies, death, and neglect. The library was built on top of their graves.
And you are no exception, Malkit.
You're right. I'm no different from anyone else. And the same can be said for the rest of the city. All the things we did with Carmen in my first life. All the things I did with you in my second. I'll carve all that pain and sorrow on my heart. You're the one trying to run away from the past, Angela. You're refusing to face it.
What's the point if all these pasts are going to be the same anyway? They would all be minor variations of a human kills another and causes an event, resulting in a change. I suppose the library's history would stand out in that it's the non-humans that are killing humans. I fail to see the significance of the record you're trying to make.
But even if history were a repeating cycle of similar events, you can't guarantee that future would be just the same. We can't let all the sacrifices and bloodshed go in vain, especially because history repeats itself. The blood split in the past opened up the possibilities of the future so that the ones who survive can take those new paths. I'm sure your history began from such a path, Angela.
That's easy for you to say. I cannot stand to hear you speak as if you know everything. Attain the will to stand up straight in an ever-repeating history? My beginning. What makes you think you're qualified to talk about my creation?
Angela, you're the one refusing to confront your own beginning.
Do we need some new names?
I'm Benjamin. She's nothing at all like her.
Puma, you want to be Ian?
Yes, I did a little.
But surely you already know. Did you put in all that work for just a simple vending machine that dispenses soda at the press of a button?
Maybe I did after all.
At the very least, you should give it a name. There is nothing I can do, even if you put on a face like that. It's an unspoken rule that the creator names their creation.
I couldn't care less about a machine's name.
Don't dump your job on someone else. You're the designer. There, the door over there. I'll be waiting. It will be waiting for you. It seemed lonely.
You're the machine that must lead us out of the pits of hell. Angelos. Angela.
I remember you, Ian. You were a person with a warm smile.
It's only a machine.
Ian, sir.
What did I do wrong?
Please understand, Angela. He's not yet ready, that's all. He just needs a little more time.
Benjamin, may I ask you a question?
Sure, I'll answer what I can.
Everything seems so slow to me. Your movement looks so sluggish. The gestures, the speech, all of it. Even my own body feels slow. It's as if my body cannot keep up with my mind.
That's because you were designed to perceive time 100 times slower, Angela.
Why is that?
You'll face lots of emergencies as you work, and you have to be the first to react through those situations, Angela. What's more, you'll vividly remember everything you see and experience.
I see. What will my work entail exactly?
You'll see soon enough. No, I suppose it won't be soon for you. I'm sorry, Angela.
Why are you apologizing to me?
I just feel like we've done terrible things to you and that person. Here, let me tell you a few things about this corporation and the city. In the back streets, the likes of sweepers and fixers live out their lives tangled in vomit and waste, unraveling their sickening tales. Those who live in the outskirts are still crying out to break into the city. Meanwhile, people in the city throw away their lives trying to belong to a nest. And we're going to change that. We have a lot of tasks ahead of us.
Why do you refuse to look at me? Why do you always turn your back on me?
I had the wrong button held down. My apologies. A machine must behave as a machine. Don't question it.
Then why did you give me a capacity to question things? Why did you have to make me, breaking the AI ethics amendment? Why did you have to model me after a person with fond memories of you? I am here, looking at you, and only you.
Don't look at me. Don't speak to me unless I speak to you first. You'll never be her. You're just a machine.
Benjamin, is it so wrong that I was born a machine?
It could be a problem to some, but I don't mind it at least. To me, whether you're a machine or a human is not what determines who you really are.
Then, if I worked hard to have a kind heart, will he look back at me?
Probably. Eventually.
I'll trust you, Benjamin. What is this? It's called a script. The things I must do. My purpose. If everything goes as you planned, can you really be redeemed from the hell you're trapped in? There's no way you would answer me.
What on earth did I just see?
These are Angela's memories.
You all right, Angela?
You got yourself lost in the vast sea of desolation, and now you think you can lecture me? And you, trying to boast to me that you had someone to look after you in the end? Don't be ridiculous!
Malkut, care to tell me what's going on right now?
Angela is resonating with the library. The library seems to be reacting to Angela's mental state. I don't know exactly what's happening, but at this rate...
Must be nice to be you, not being neglected at the end.
Don't tell me. Is that monster... No, that looks more like a case of the distortion.
That must be another side of Angela, manifested from her mind with the library's power.
Looks mighty dangerous. What are we supposed to do now?
If her mind has physically manifested, maybe we can resolve her concerns in a physical way, too.
So you're telling me that we can help her by dealing with her like how we receive guests?
I'm not too sure myself, but there's only one way to find out. Angela, here I come.
Whoa, isn't that a little too reckless?
Correct answer. Roland, violin.
The violin.
Dramatic violin.
Anyway,
Is that Scorched Girl?
that's Scorched Girl. You know all those abnormalities you just fought?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
It's-
Angela's now those abnormalities.
It's Angela
Oh.
as Scorched Girl, yeah.
interesting.
Also, welcome to Fight Your Boss Day, where you get to go to work and fight your own boss.
Mega, do you remember in Pirate Game when Varia turned into monsters and you had to fight her?
Was this?
That was a reference to this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, welcome to the realization. I love this song. The one problem with this song is it's named Angela. So setting a stadium was kind of a spoiler.
Yeah.
Also, if you were wondering why we thought Mira deserved to be in Melkit's floor, the last Melkit line.
Yeah.
Yep, she's not sure what to do, but she can't do nothing.
Don't know what's gonna happen, so I'm just gonna attack it.
That is Mira. I actually feel like Mira and Malkuth would get along.
Same.
Also, Angela's thoughts are manifesting in the background as red text.
Yeah, now you know where we stole that from.
Mmm.
I had one prepared for Sipra too later.
Nice.
Of course, he and Varia were the two most traumatized people.
Honestly, after playing Linda's Company, I've been like thinking up of like art that I eventually want to try to do for some of my D&D characters taking abnormality stuff or ego stuff. I really want to draw Diwali as Queen Frost.
Makes a lot of sense.
It's that or the Knight of Despair. Those are the two.
Why not both?
Why not both, indeed?
As you might imagine, you're about to see Angela make a lot of outfit changes.
Or not Queen Frost, Snow Queen. That's the one I'm thinking of.
I've also always described this section as the boss rush,
Oh, mm-hmm.
because you have to fight every abnormality you just fought.
Yeah, it's in a row.
Oh, okay.
There is no break.
And if you
Do you
die...
get to use all the floors that you have for it?
No!
Oh, only
Oh, it's
Malkuth.
only Malkuth. Interesting.
Yep, you're in for the long haul.
So, in other words, Mira is vibrating with excitement.
Yes.
She probably
obviously.
She probably wasn't around to do some of these admiralities.
Puma, the expression you gave Oru is apt whenever considering, like, he's a wizard having to look at his spell slots and conserve them through a gauntlet.
I miss Oru.
It was fun. Also, can I just say, the Index or whatever, they got some great outfits. The white, gold, and black is a great combo.
Hard agree.
Oh. She got them big hugging arms.
Why won't anyone love me? Stand still and let me love you. Ow, ow. Anyway, we're not sure if we're gonna win this one. I believe in you, Puma.
Mira, punch harder.
I believe in you so much, I'm just gonna get the next episode script open just in case.
The one that I'm the most worried about is Phase 4.
Yeah, me too.
It'll be fine. We've got, like, the whole gang here.
Yeah, nothing will change that.
Give me a minute.
I love the sound when she blocks.
Squeak.
Goodness. Squeak. She's just a teddy bear. Covered in blood. And claws.
Where do you think the blood came from?
Just very clumsily put together peanut butter and jelly with strawberry jam.
It's really
Very hard
with
with the claws. Yeah.
This is just all a very elaborate stage play.
Yeah, it was Mario
Thanks.
3 the whole time.
They use strawberry jam for the blood.
The song has changed.
Oh.
I am a pretty fairy. Flitter, flitter.
Those are some very angry looking fairies.
Yeah. Fairies
You
and
remember
Rona kind
Devour.
of. Yeah.
I enjoy filming to actually double check the passive.
The violin is going so hard.
I stick by the joke that, Roland's right here, so what is he doing? He's playing the violin?
Aggressively plays the violin.
I love how hype and aggressive the music is on these, like, turn-based, thinky, long turn-taking games.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was the sound.
Angela looks pretty interesting right now.
I am a pretty fairy. You are making fun of me.
We could use a little work on her posture.
Yeah, she's gonna hurt
That
her
is
back
gonna
if she
hurt.
keeps doing
Yeah.
that.
That, as a passive stance, that's gonna lead to some issues in a few years.
Listen, I didn't have to worry about this until, 4 days ago.
Welcome to being human. I cast back pain. Such a hype song, though.
That's really good. It's a great song. I dig it.
Just off screen is like every other librarian and their assistant just breaking it down.
Yeah, that's why no one's coming to help. You're too busy
Yep.
breakdancing.
It's your floor, it's your fight. We're here to enjoy the song.
There's so many things that I feel like I just appreciate so much, just like the small things of this game. Like, I love the added thing of like when you're choosing between like those different options, right? Or like the buffs and stuff like that, or the, you know, as you can hear a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Like, it's the little touches that they do for that kind of stuff. It's chef's kiss.
All right, good luck, Oru. You're gonna try to block her mega attack.
You come into creation maybe 10 minutes ago.
Be brave, Mira.
You can do it. I believe in you.
I feel like this property is against me. I don't like it.
Honestly, Mira's probably having the time of her life.
I mean, I can almost hear her making like a squealing sound every time Angela gets a new form.
She's just vibrating. I honestly don't know if I would be comforted or concerned to be in the same, like, grouping with Mira, because it'd be like, on one hand, I'm pretty safe. On the other, oh, they're gonna throw stuff at us.
I would have the opinion of, it depends on the situation. Are you the one deciding who fights? Or is she the one deciding who fights?
That's very different. That's gonna be very different fights.
I feel like these librarians are not respecting my fairy form. In fact, I feel like they're trying to heal off of me. This feels unfair.
Ooh.
This phase was actually scary. I mean, I've got tempo now, but for a bit.
Oh, I noticed.
Let's continue.
Oh, it's the
Scary.
bees.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's the final abnormality.
That is so... I adore this outfit. That is so cute.
Yeah.
I am an adorable bee.
She's a
They
little
saved the
bee.
best for last.
They really
Buzz,
did. She looks so cute.
Buzz.
Okay. I need to know if people have cosplayed as Angela Admiralities now. Because
I'm going to tell you not to look this up yet.
Oh, okay. I will resist.
Give us a couple more weeks and you can look them all up, I'm sure.
Okay.
The answer, though, is yes.
Yay. I'm actually very interested to see if I will be able to spot some stuff at the next con I go to.
I just love how it's like a queen bee design, but it's not royalty. It's just a nice coat. Or at least as far as I can see from this.
And a big old javelin.
This is gonna get rough.
That's Buzz. Buzz.
Damn. Mira's just fucking going for it.
I am slightly regretting waking everyone up at the moment.
I want to be a pretty bee.
I mean, honestly, you're doing better than I thought you would.
Damn. Oh no! Oh, rip.
Finally. This means you'll stop punching me in the face, right?
Mira aggressively vibrates.
I am disappointed that this pretty dress and pretty outfit is not stopping you.
Something I've always wanted to punch a bee, Mira says.
You did that just a moment ago!
I want to punch another bee. Hey.
I feel like my army of bees should be killing you faster.
So, Mega, do you remember when Varia died in the second phase and you didn't have to kill all the jaguars?
Yeah.
So we basically win.
Oh, okay.
Aha! Round 3?
Whoa. Oh, this is new.
I forgot this one.
And now we get the final tutorial.
Welcome to Mass Attacks!
Oh boy.
Here, I'll briefly explain mass attacks while Puma figures this out. Some attacks hit everybody. The way that you avoid them depends if it's a single or a mass. It adds up the cards on the card that it is targeting, and if your numbers are bigger, you don't take damage. Singles will destroy dice, the other ones do not. That is the very simple explanation. Anyway, now people can all be hit at the same time.
Oof.
Have fun!
Oof.
Oh, or to put this into Angela's words, die.
She's putting up a literal wall of thorns between us and hiding behind it, and we have to break through the wall to get to her.
I feel like this is symbolic for some reason.
Mira hears, right, I punch it.
I don't think you know what symbolism means.
I don't think Mira can spell the word.
Symbolism. Punch harder. Punch with symbols. Also, anyway, enjoy Anja 3, Phase 3. Great song.
Mm-hmm.
She rolled minimum roll on all 3 of those.
Listen, my heart's not really in this fight anymore. In fact, you could argue the symbolism is me kindly asking you to please stop. On the other hand, die please?
I refuse. Here we come, Angela!
I feel very exposed. Look at, remember all the times I insulted you to your face?
You can't hide from your problems anymore, Angela!
I feel like you're my problem. Oh, wait, did you just decide to name your mace Problem? Anyway, go get episode 6 open. He's probably done next turn.
Episode 6, okay.
I'll get episode 6.
There were a couple parts in this that were close, but I think my decks were good.
Yeah. I mean, you knew it was coming. A lot of the scary things with the boss rushes, you had no idea what was about to happen.
Hey, Angela. It's time to wake up.
I can see what's happened, judging from my surroundings.
Are you okay?
Sorry.
It's okay.
Perhaps this is how it feels to have a dream, to have a surge of emotions.
Dream a couple more times like that, and you could bring down the whole library.
I guess I should be sorry about that.
Do you feel better now?
What? Forget it. All this farce about neglect or recognition from others. I suppose it was futile to obsess over such trivial things in the first place.
You're right. The only one who can truly care for yourself, for you, is yourself, after all.
Again, with the shameless lectures. I won't even expect anyone to look out for me from now on.
Well, good thing all's well that ends well. I was worried something bad might happen to you.
You mean you were worried that you might be stuck in the library forever?
Well, that's that, but...
Get back to work, the both of you. It's just as she said. I'm the only one who can care for me and recognize me as who I am.
We can now use ego pages.
Ooh.
Hey, remember those mass attacks that she used?
Ooh.
We can do that now.
Check this
Nice.
out. Every single
Ooh.
enemy has to block against a 12 to 40 roll for 4th match flame.
Ooh.
Lonely Teddy Bear destroys the opponent's dice if the clash succeeds.
Mm-hmm.
Wing Beat recycles over and over again and heals you. The bee is a giant fuck you attack.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's the one that she was using against us.
That's exciting.
As you might imagine, suddenly we're going to be using a lot of Melkits.
Oh yeah.
So anyway,
That's
about those abnormalities.
Yeah, they might be telling a story.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's Scorched Girl into Happy Teddy Bear, into Fairy Festival, into Queen Bee, into Snow White's apple.
Mm.
Very interesting.
Or to put this another way, depressed girl who desperately wants recognition and understanding from, or parental love, to be honest, is told that she is the hope, and then forced to be the boss, and then can no longer find anyone ever willing to interact with her again and feels nothing but loneliness.
Mm.
And it's something that she talks about. She doesn't even know what a script is at first, but she's forced to be a leader to keep things running. She was never given a choice, nor did she want to be. And what are the Fairy Queen but someone who is ravenously hungry and will devour her own to satiate her hunger, and the Queen Bee whose minions turn on her when she becomes weak.
Mm.
She exists only to create more worker drones.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you play Lobotomy Corp, so you remember the script she was reading?
Yes, I do. Interesting.
Yeah, so I wonder what Forsaken Murderer, All-Around Helper, and Singing Machine have in common.
Frankly, my favorite one's Tiferus. You don't know what any of those are yet?
Emotional revelation out of the way, I think this is a great stopping point.
This is the point that we were trying to get to today, so it makes sense. It's also been quite a bit.
It
As you
sure
might
has.
imagine, having to do a lot of emotional voice acting for my throat.
My
I think
friends,
this is a good place. Yeah.
thank you for joining me on this stream and for voicing very many characters. And audience, thank you for watching.
I'm going to be angry again later. Nah.
It was a lot of fun. Bye-bye.